Wow, listen to that racket back there. Hi everybody, this is Hal Weeks coming to you for Stalking the Wild Auto Harp and Daigle Auto Harps here in not sunny at all, SeaTac, Washington. It's been dumping here for weeks. Everything's flooding out. It's amazing. It's sad. It's rainy, and I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it gets in my ears and then into my voice. So I'm not gonna sing, I don't think. I am flying by the seat of my pants, as I always do when I make these videos. It's my favorite way, and I run the risk, of course, of being interrupted because this is our storefront, and we're open for business here. And as you can hear, the wonderful soothing sounds of machines running in the background. You're going to hear that regularly during this video because we're hard at work building wonderful Daigle auto harps for you and you and you. And if not for you, why not? Why haven't you ordered one yet? Let's talk about that. But first, I'm going to talk to you about what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what's here now. And I'm going to tell you about our holiday special. What I'm going to be showing you today is I've got a TLC in walnut. I've got a TLC in maple, and I've got a Cascade in maple, and I've got two Sparrows over here. We're going to talk about Sparrows, and I've got a Tacoma, and I've tuned them all up today, so it's fresh and not affected by the rain. Our auto harps are less affected by the rain than you would think, but when they are brand new, they're a little bit more susceptible because they have new strings, and so those strings are stretching out, and it takes a little while for them to settle in. So it helps them to settle in, to tune them and retune them and retune them. So we try to get out here once a week and tune the harps, but sometimes there's a lot of harps, and there's a whole bunch of Oscar Schmidts over here, which I'm not going to get into with you today, because this is about our Christmas sale harps. And our Christmas sale is basically you get free shipping when you order a Daigle auto harp. Now this does not stand for Sparrow harps. I keep going in there and asking the boss. And he's sitting there at his desk with his big steering wheel, steering the ship of Daigle auto harps, spinning it. I went to ask him about the free shipping. It's anything that you order between now and New Year's, you'll get the free shipping deal. So let's talk about that, because shipping these days, I mean, just to ship an auto harp across the western part of the country can cost 60 bucks, 70 bucks, something like that. And across the country, it's closer to 85, something like that. Across the world, heck, whoa. Okay, so I don't even know it. Don't even want to get into that. But today, we're going to talk about these auto harps that we've got in stock and let you hear them side by side. And like I said, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I haven't even had time to practice my tunes. So you're going to hear me mess some stuff up today, and we'll just see what I get. And thank goodness for editing. So let's just go through them and talk about them. Right up here within reach. I haven't played this one yet, so I'm eager to play it. This is a Walnut TLC. TLC stands for Traditional Luthier's Classic. It's traditional because it has the straight bridge on it instead of the angled bridge like the Cascade. We'll get into that in a few minutes. It's got the straight bridge, but it's got the Daigle fine tuners. I make those. And it's got, this has walnut veneer cord bars in the front and beautiful walnut in the back. And it's got a Sitka spruce top and the TLC artwork by John Gray, who works here. And this is a 21 bar chromatic in Brian Bauer's layout. And it does not currently have a pickup, but you could add a pickup to it. I'm going to give you the serial number on this. It's 4252132WS, W Walnut S Spruce. And I might as well go and tell you the price. The price as it is now is $2,455. Remember, you get free shipping on that. And here's its sound. Walnut has a really warm, deep bass to it. And I believe that you can hear that in the key of G there because it uses a lot of the big bass strings. And can we talk? How long have you known me? Have I ever steered you wrong? When you need a good auto harp. And the reason you need a good auto harp, you need a great auto harp. And the reason you want a great auto harp is when I play this thing, I feel it vibrating all through me. It's not just like listening to it on your headphones. You are listening on headphones, right? I know I keep telling you that. Listen on headphones. Don't listen on your phone. You're not going to hear all this warmth. And when you're listening, even on your headphones, you're not going to feel. How does it feel? It feels vibratory. This box vibrates much more than a standard Oscar Schmidt auto harp. And so it's not contained. It's really out there and it ripples through your whole body. And that, folks, is therapeutic. That is comforting. And it's like, well, I've heard so many people talk about you can just hug it close while you play and you can just rock to it. Even if you can't play a song, you get those bass notes in there. In today's world, you can just rock away to the chords and have a truly self-made at-home acoustic musical experience of harmony. And don't we need that? That's why you need that's why you need a great auto harp, folks. So handmade from real materials and real folks who know auto harps and know what auto harps are. If you buy a quality instrument and you play it and you play yourself into it and then you pass it along to one of your kin, where's that auto harp going to be in 25 years or 30 years? And we can pass this on. This is the Walnut TLC that I played my rousing opening number on. So we'll move on, but we'll come back in a few minutes because we're going to compare this walnut one to the maple one. And without further ado, let's talk about the maple TLC. This is a TLC maple spruce auto harp in Brian Bauer's layout. The other one was too. This one is $2,605. Maple is typically a little bit more expensive than walnut. This one has a maple back, maple bars, and the artwork around the sound hole. The straight bottom, traditional, luthier's classic. This one is the maple. Maple is harder and denser than walnut. They're both hardwoods, but because maple is denser, it makes a more reflective vibratory surface, and so you get these bright, it's louder too, I think, than the walnut. Emphasizes more the treble and the sparkle. And the bass that comes out is real punchy. Hard to describe it in words. Same features I talked about before. You got the fine tuners. You got the maple chord bars. The TLC, the chord bar holders screw down, whereas our Cascade, which I'm going to show you later, has those quick change chord bar covers that are held in with clips and magnets so that you can change the chord bars. You can change the chord bars on these, but you got to take the screws out in order to do it. Actually, you would do it on this side. Okay, let's talk about this Cascade. The Cascade model, it's real similar to the TLC model, except it doesn't have the straight bottom. It has this bent bridge down here and bent fine tuner. It's not actually bent, it's built this way. And the reason for the bend is it moves the chord bars up on the bass side to give you more space down here. And what you need space for is that these bottom, maybe 4 or 5 buttons, are harder to push when the bridge is straight, because the chord bars are right down next to that bottom bridge, and they need to be a little bit further up to damp better, and you get that by raising this up and allowing more space down here. So in effect, it gives you a better, the key at the bottom is easier to play in for an extended period of time. So I'm going to give you an example of this sound. Again, maple, so it's brighter. The Cascade has quick change chord bar holders, so you can carry additional chords with you, and then these just lift right out, and you can put in the other chords like that. So you can have a little collection of specialty chords that you can use and put in as needed. That's one of the features, the other one being this bent bridge. This particular instrument, which is available now, is number 3252158MS, and it is $2,930. The Cascade being our flagship model, and all right, so where was I? Tacoma. The Tacoma always feels a little bit smaller to me, but it's not. And it does sound a little bit more intimate, which is due to the way it's built with the bridge pins. Instead of the actual full bridges that you get on these style auto harps. The bridge is responsible for moving the air inside the box, and the bridge is a lot more efficient in moving that air, and so you get much more oomph from each finger or thumb stroke going into the strings, and the string energy transference to the cavity, and moving the top and moving the air and moving the air, and so it's louder. But similar to the Oscar Schmidts, the Oscar Schmidts have the bridge pins also, but the Tacoma does have a bridge at the bottom, down here in front of the fine tuner, which the Oscar Schmidt does not have. And so the Tacoma is louder and bigger sounding than an Oscar Schmidt. And so you get a bigger sounding auto harp, and because of the way we can like drill it all with the CNC machine, and we can carve it all inside with the CNC machine and just put it back onto it and sand it all over by hand. We don't put on the veneers, we just leave these black for you, it's just a few less steps for us, and so we pass that savings on to you. And I think I lost the original take of me reading this, so I'll just tell you about this. This is the serial number 9252192. Now you can always get a Tacoma. We may not have it like finished in stock, but we will soon. This one has a built-in pickup, which adds $200 more. So this would have only been around $1,500 before the pickup, because the pickup adds another $210 when we put that in for you. So that's the Tacoma. I'll play it a little bit more. The Tacoma. Any questions? What's that? What's that? Oh, can you see the back? Sure, you can see the back. I can show you the back. The back on the Tacoma is a kume ply, which is marine ply, which is what we make the desert rose out of. And I don't have a desert rose here to show you, but I do have the sparrows, and we're going to go on to that next. The sparrow harp is not a Daigle auto harp. The sparrow harp is an Evo harp by Evo Bluestein. It was his concept. He wanted a kid's auto harp because he was doing work teaching auto harp in the schools, and so he came up with the concept and got Pete to design the Evo harp. And so Pete Daigle and Evo have sort of collaborated, and we make and build the Sparrow harp. There's another Evo harp called the Evo harp, and that's built by a different shop. So that one's not ours. This is a franchise. But we build it, and we've got two of them here, a diatonic and a chromatic. And I'm going to tell you about them. So I'm going to grab this one, which is the chromatic, I think. This is a 4-key C, G, D, and A. And you see how small it is. It's a kid's size, but a lot of adults like it because it's light. It's lighter than a standard auto harp because it's smaller. The strings are closer together. Always raise the question for me is, well, can you play melody on it as easily as you can on a standard auto harp? And the answer is yes. So that's the Sparrow harp chromatic, plays in 4 keys. Now I'll share the diatonic with you. If you don't know what a diatonic is, it only plays in 2 keys. Has the same amount of strings, but the strings are doubled on the melody notes. And so you don't have all those black notes and white notes. You just have the ones that are used in your main keys, and they sure have that rich sound. But there's certain musics that you can't do because you don't have the same chords. This has the same number of chords, but they're all derived from those 2 keys that are on the harp. In this case, it's a G, D. So this is a diatonic Sparrow, and it's got some of the color chords on it, and it's very often a diatonic is a second auto harp for folks who've already played the chromatic and still have one, but they want to branch out into that rich diatonic kind of sound, and so they experiment with a second auto harp that's diatonic. But some people start on diatonic. It's just the typical thing you see. So this one, I'll read you the serial number is S21600, and it's $950. And there's no pickup into it, but we can put one in for $210. So there you have it. That's the Sparrow harp, and that's my collection of auto harps for what's in stock right at the moment of making this video. So real quick, before I run out of space on my card again, I'm going to take you out by playing this Cascade again. Thanks for hanging in with me for all this information about our Christmas sale. Once again, it's free shipping anywhere in the world if you buy between now and New Year's. Any auto harp in stock or that is ordered between now and New Year's will get that free shipping. And so you need a Daigle auto harp.